Amazing. Just to pin myself, and here we go. There's some highs. Where is everyone from? All around the world. I love that. Okay, amazing. Just one more second to get this right here. Okay, amazing. So, before we are going anywhere tonight, I want to take a quick moment to be with you here and to introduce myself. My name is Anna, and I'm an energy worker. I'm a guide within the spiritual realm, and someone who has spent the last 15 years going as deep as I possibly could into the field of healing and awakening, collecting around 25 certifications along the way. And for the last 4 years, I've been training people, especially with Kundalini work and doing the kind of personal inner work that doesn't come with a certificate, but is the thing that actually changes everything. And this is what we are about to explore tonight. So I also do have a background in marketing and in advertising strategy. I was working with big advertising firms until I realized, well, that's not for me. And but it means I have a good understanding of both of the worlds, so the energetic and practical. And over time, I have stopped seeing them as separate things. I have recently built a framework that holds both, and I'm now taking other healers, therapists, space holders, entrepreneurs, conscious creatives to a place where they can feel genuinely aligned with what they do and genuinely able to create personal abundance from that place as well. So today my life looks like I'm working not more than 2 to 3 hours every day. And whoever knows me knows that I love to be all around the world. I love to be traveling. I love to live in Asia. I've been living in India for many years. I've been living in Bali for the last 2.5 years. Now I've just come back from Thailand recently. I'm going to Italy in on Saturday, and well, I just like to get around, and yeah, and I've built a place for from abundance or of abundance for myself that made it all possible for me, genuinely doing what I believe in and what I feel like my mission is on this earth. And I do really want everyone else to experience the same thing in their lives, and this is what I try to transmit to you today to help you step a bit more in your power. And yes, my work runs under the name of Oh Wonderful. So if you have come across my Instagram or my website, if not, you are very welcome there. And the program that at the moment running is called Into Purpose. So I help to get healers, guides, space holders more into their purpose and bringing their mission out into the world. And today I called this masterclass because there is something happening right now that I feel is really important to name out loud, because we are all experiencing a shift that changes what it means to build something, to be seen, get paid for our gifts, and who we are at the core. And I wanted to create a space for us to look at it together. So thank you so much for being here. Let's take a first deep breath and let ourselves arrive here. Mm. So the time that we are living in is not slightly shifting anymore. What is happening at the moment is an extreme upgrade. And I'm sure you feel it from the year of the snake that gave us this last big internal upheaval to the fire horse that is now calling us out to really be on it and our mission. The old structures are somehow dissolving, and I'm sure you can feel it everywhere as well. I want to give you a few examples anyway. Look at what is happening with traditional medicine. People are leaving their Western medical doctors, not because this medicine is not valuable in what it brought to us, but because they know that there are other solutions and people are more hungry to have themselves seen as a whole human being who will ask not only what is happening in the body, but why is this happening? And who can hold the emotional and energetic layers of what's presenting itself physically. And the system has knowledge for sure, but it's limited. And oftentimes it doesn't have the presence to hold us where we are. And people are starting to understand the difference. And let's look at psychotherapy. There were years of talking, diagnosis, frameworks, and yet people are finding more transformation in a single breathwork session, maybe a family constellation, in a somatic drop, or in an energetic transmission. And that's not because psychology as it is not real, but it's because something in the collective is ready for more depth that moves faster than the mental cognition alone. Let's look at coaching. The market got flooded. Everyone was a certified coach all of a sudden, right? And now the coaches who are actually building something, they are the ones that are leading from their story, from their specific breakdown, their exact turning point, and the thing they walked through that nobody else walked through quite the same way. Look at what people are following on social media. It's not the most qualified people anymore. It's not the ones with the most polished or fancy lifestyle. It's the one that are most resonant, the one that feel real. It's the people who speak and something in you goes, yes, I feel seen, without being able to explain why. And that's frequency recognition. It's becoming the primary way of how people make their decision about whom to trust and who to learn from and whom to pay. Nowadays, with 1,000 followers on your account, you can make the same amounts of money as someone with 800K followers. So it's not about that anymore. And something that I love to say, and I will repeat it right now as well, the best healers are not found through the algorithms. They are found by frequency, through resonance. And I'm sure you've experienced that. When you were at a turning point and you knew, okay, this topic, I need my guidance, I need my master, and then they appeared. That's how energy works. That's how resonance works, right? And then there is AI nowadays. So AI can basically do everything that we used to do for hours and hours of work, like generate a protocol, a curriculum, a content plan, a framework for diagnosis. All of that used to take us days of really focused and structured work, and it appears like this now. So this means that knowledge as a product, information, techniques, the step-by-step methods, this is being exchanged rapidly at the moment. So what is it that we are here for? What AI cannot do, it has not been forged. It has no scar tissue. It didn't have an initiation. It didn't have to choose courage on a day when everything in it wanted to contract. And it cannot transmit what it hasn't lived. And this is the moment where the most human thing about you becomes your greatest asset professionally. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So certifications and degrees, they still carry a certain weight, It's not zero, but it's different. In a world where information is infinitely accessible, knowledge alone is no longer the currency of credibility. What carries the weight now is something that cannot be downloaded, replicated, or automated. It is your personal energetic blueprint. It's what you have been through in this lifetime and others, and it is what you have worked through. And the way you are holding your presence in a world that is constantly pulling for your attention. This is what the people will feel, consciously or unconsciously, when they find you. Do you feel that? You're so welcome, by the way, to use the chat in between to bring out some reactions if you ever feel like to, so that I can know that you're all with me. Let's speak about AI, because it is a real needle shifter and it is an extraordinary tool, especially for solopreneurs, for solo businesses, like we probably most of us are. But we can speak about that more in detail later. Again, what AI cannot do. It never walked through its own shadows. It's never transmuted pain into wisdom through its lived experience. And it cannot hold somebody else in the exact frequency that they need to take the next step in their lives. Right? You can. And yet, I see so many healers still hiding. So many. Hiding behind their methods, hiding behind knowledge, behind their certificates, behind their, I don't know what, trainings that never actually felt like them. And not speaking about, or not speaking openly about those other dimensional experiences that they've had. Playing small around the actual shifts or the size of the shifts they are creating with their clients. And I have a theory to that because it's something that I've been observing for many, many, many years now. And for many of us, this is the healer's wound or the witch wound playing out. And I know many of you know exactly what I'm speaking of. Because many of you have been healers in past lives too. This is something very common that it keeps coming again and again, this theme in our lives. And I have been through some of mine and I have seen very strong stories of myself and I have had the joy to resolve quite a bit already. And I know that this is nothing but easy and nothing but just light and love. But what we did in these roles and what we are doing today as well is we are bringing our gifts, we are bringing healing into broken systems. Right? The world as it exists, we are evolving. But you stood up in times and places where there was a dominant power, a ruling regime, a church, a state, a medical establishment, or some village elders that could not hold what they were carrying. And maybe you were persecuted for that, for knowing things that couldn't be explained. You might have been shamed for working with energy, with plants, with the body, with the unseen. You might have literally been executed for being exactly what you are now, trying to step into being. There were burning times, there were inquisitions, there were healers who were tried as witches, midwives, herbalists, seers, shamans, you name them. They were the ones that were too powerful to the systems around them to tolerate. And this is not ancient history that has nothing to do with you, but the energy body keeps the score in this case across the lifetimes. And your soul remembers. And I want you to go deeper here because this wound is not just psychological, it's not simply a coincidence or a confidence issue or a mindset block that a few affirmations will dissolve. For many of you, and feel into it, whether this is true for you as you hear it, the fear of being seen is a survival fear. And I give you a second here to breathe into it because for me, this was very real. And it still is in many cases. Today, it might not show up just as this fear of being seen. It might show up as, I just need one more certificate before I'm ready. Or it shows up as, yeah, I'll share that when I have more followers, when I have more credibility. Or it shows up as staying 3 layers removed from the thing that is actually making you you. So when you feel that irrational freeze before posting something, or when you write the caption and then you delete it, or when you want to announce something and then you don't, and when you go to raise your prices on your offers and your chest tightens and you're about to share something real about your gift and something in you says, don't, or not yet. And of course, this is not a weakness and this is not a lack of confidence. This is this very old, very intelligent part of you that learned that being fully seen was dangerous and it kept you safe then and it's keeping you small now. Welcome, this is our ego. And it's playing a very important part, but not in all the ways. So it is not about pushing through that fear with willpower, but the work is going into that places with love and saying, we are not there anymore. It is now actually safe to be seen. It is safe to be powerful. It is safe to be paid well for what I do and carry in this world. The world that was persecuting you, that is the broken system. And the new world that is emerging at the moment, the one that we are helping to build, is asking for you, is waiting for you. It is hungry for the exact frequency that you have been afraid to fully offer. Here are some other examples for how our ego might come in, and maybe one of those sound familiar to you too. And I'm happy if you let me know through some reactions or something if they do. This is just not for me. I can't do this. Well, I still have some ancestral or karmic wounds that are holding me back that I need to resolve first. Who am I to charge that amount of money? People might think I'm too much or I'm not enough, or I should be way further along the way by now or in order to fully show up. And the ego's most sophisticated move is to dress up as humility. It's dressing up fear as humility. And I see this so much because I'm just not ready yet. Sounds very responsible. It sounds careful. But underneath it, if you're really honest, can you feel the contraction? That you might be holding your breath a bit, or that place in your chest or in your belly that tightens when you think about being fully seen with all of you. And that contraction is the wound, as I know you are all aware. And the wound is asking for love and not for more preparation. Sorry. And the truth is, no degree in the world equals the path, equals the work of walking through your own shadows and coming out on the other side. That is your embodiment, that is your authority. And that is what nobody else on this planet has collected in the same way as you did. And there is no algorithm that could ever replicate that. Okay? So your frequency is your currency. Your frequency, your energetic blueprint is your currency. Even if a million people out there are using the same methods as you do, you will never be able to fail when you are authentic. There will always be people who have been looking for exactly you and nobody else. For the way that you hold them, for the way that you guide them, the specific words that move through you, your unique frequency. And frequency in general is the new currency within this new golden age that we are entering, right? And the future is not coming, it's now already. It's now. And the sooner you realize that, the better, the much further you are. Many people have very stuck in the old system, no idea about all of that, okay? Humans, I don't believe humans were built to work 9 to 5 structures. And if you are here, you probably already felt something like that. But we are, all of us, still running on so many of those patterns of this patriarchal system that we've built. It's installed in us, even as we are trying to step away from it. It's a very, very strong and deep conditioning that we are carrying. And yeah, it's a daily job to unravel that. But you have gone through the toughest schooling system out there, which is the path of awakening. And we still all are. The path that is looking into every layer, the painful ones, the manipulated ones, the ones you inherited, and the ones you created for yourself. And as hard as that was, on the other side of that work, you came into contact with something extraordinary that most people on this planet have not. The magic of the universe and the knowing that all is limitless, that there are no limits, that you are creating everything yourself. And we are not here now in a energy Kundalini activation session where we are touching the divine and we are purging whatever is not in. I want us to bring this into our bodies now, into grounding down to this planet. And for you to actually embody this version of yourself that inspires others to do the same. The magic is not just flowing through you, it's not just within you, it is you. Okay, your essence alone can move someone from one level to another. They are coming to you specifically because you have already been where they are and you found your way through. And you know this, you've experienced it. Clients magically coming into your field out of nowhere with topics that they have this with topics or something that you have managed to integrate within yourself. Maybe it was recently. Maybe you just moved through a topic. Bam, client coming in with the same topic. Anyone experience that? I have many times. Well, this is the actual resonance and how it works. So it is time, it is truly time to trust that and to claim that. We are standing at this absolute threshold at the moment. The direction of the collective moves from here, and it is not separate from the work that each of us is doing. And this work matters, right? This work really, really matters. It's not a nice thing to do, but it's something that is genuinely crucial for the development of this consciousness. So, how to feed this field of resonance within ourselves so that we can shine more, that we can get more out there, to be found by more people, to be recognized by more people. I give you a very simple first lesson in energy work. You create coherence in a field where there is no dissonance. Okay? So everything that you are still holding in your shadow, that you are denying, hiding, pushing away, is creating dissonance. And consciously or unconsciously, people will feel it. It's a matter of, do they trust you? Do you, first of all, do you trust you for all of those parts being seen, acknowledged, recognized, and integrated? So consciously or unconsciously, this is what people are feeling. This is what your field is transmitting. And when you just simply bring love to those places where there was none before, your field will shift drastically. Your resonance is shifting, and everything you're calling in is starting to move towards you. I've seen this within myself, and I've seen this with clients over and over and over. When we bring love to the places we were hiding, we create not only authenticity, but powerful resonance. The wound is where the light gets in, and that's not just for you, but for every person that you are guiding. This is where you can offer insight and presence that nobody else can because you have been there and you know the terrain, right? Can everyone, or a few of you at least, resonate with this? Maybe you can give me some hands. Yay. I'm sorry, I don't have access to the chat at the moment. I hope nothing important is in there. Okay, so I want to take you on another little excursion on one of my favorite topics currently, and it's not always been that. I can tell you. The topic of financial abundance. And I love it so much because it's a very shadowy topic in many of the spiritual communities. And I've said this a few times before, and I will say it again as well. If the healers on this planet were the millionaires, it would look very different here. Take a few seconds, take a deep breath in, and imagine this kind of a world. Maybe you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine what that kind of world would look like. What do you see? And what does that world look like? I wanna quote Marianne Williamson, who has been reciting the book of A Course in Miracles, Jesus' spoken word, many times, and she said, "As long as we remain vigilant at building our internal abundance, an abundance of integrity, an abundance of forgiveness, an abundance of service." An abundance of love, then the external lack is bound to be temporary. And she always keeps guiding us back, or the Course in Miracle always keeps guiding us back to this divinity within us, to this limitlessness. And I believe that we are ready to step into this kind of consciousness now and let go of all the guilt and the shame that we have inherited around being successful and abundant. There is nothing spiritual or more spiritual about living in scarcity and serving from a place of exhaustion rather than overflow. And I'm telling you that because I've been there most of my life and I've had massive guilt blocks around money that I had to work through. I've been working with refugees and victims of human trafficking, and I've been having my NGOs and all that kind of stuff. And I've been burning myself out several times. And guess what? I wasn't of any kind of use to anyone anymore. I just don't think that this is a healthy place to be anymore. And I don't think it serves people well either. And money is neutral energy, and you decide what happens with it and what you're fueling with it. Do you agree? Do you feel that? Nice, nice. So let's have a look. What can create this shift within our lives now? Truly, I thought about it and I think it comes down to only two things. desire, and trust. Okay? There must be a desire or a burning passion within you to fulfill your mission on this planet. And you all have a mission. And the willingness to go for it, despite all the doubts, all the fears, and the stories that your mind throws at you, despite all the objections. And at the same time, trust in God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, that it will give you everything you need to build a powerful relationship with your life, with your time, and your money in order to fulfill your mission the best way possible. And that's really it. I think that's really it. I used to think that I need more followers, more virtual assistants, better funnels, more channels, more content. And I can tell you from where I am right now, no, you don't. Today, I work with one channel. Well, I work with this channel, but I also work with one channel on social media. And because I'm a projector and everything more than that overwhelms me. But I also work with zero assistants anymore. And I used to have virtual assistants. I used to have more than that assistants. And today I have zero, and I do use AI, and AI handles a lot of what I used to outsource. But people are finding me through unexpected ways, and I am working from so much more ease than I ever did. Because none of these external mechanics are actually a real thing. The real thing is you going back into your essence and remembering who the fuck you are. And more than anything, what you are here for. And if you are so damn sure about that, all the fears and all the doubts of your ego will start to crumble. They will be, they will be falling away in the background. But if you are not 100% sure of your exact mission, you can know that you are ready, but still feel frozen. So that's why you can still hesitate to announce one of your services. That's why the idea of raising your prices can feel physically dangerous, even when you know that it's appropriate and needed. These fears are real. And they are also just stories of the ego. Attachments to an ego identity that kept you safe once and no longer serves you now. So you can do two things. You can both honor them and step above them. You can feel the fear within your body and say, yes, anyway, this is what I'm here for. Because I've seen it again and again in my work, the moment that you stop waiting to feel ready and actually start acting from that place, your frequency field responds. The outside world will respond. The clients will come, the money will move, and the next step will reveal itself. The readiness doesn't come before the action, it is the action. And honestly, for the really sticky stuff, we all know it is there, like the deep ancestral patternings, the karmic loops, the body level freeze. That's exactly what we are doing the work for. That's what we're here for. And we're here to support each other in that. So let's take a deep breath together. Before we move on, I want you to acknowledge something, and that you have already done the hardest part of this, which is feeling into all of that. And what I shared with you is not a new system to learn or a thing to become. It's simply a reminder to hold what you already are so that the right people can find you, feel you, and say yes to you. And I'm not talking about becoming the next major influencer or any kind of social media channel. The invitation is just for you to step into all of your power, to embody what you've lived through fully, to build coherence where there was once an energy leak. Because what stands between you and that fullness? Metaphysically, nothing. And you know that. But we as healers are so fixated on fixing ourselves that we will always find something. We will always find excuses. But this time, it's about letting the work integrate and truly serve as many people as possible from the place where you are already. Because this is what the world needs of every one of you right now. And if you have found your way here tonight, I know that you are more than ready, okay? Well, I will just quickly check the chat because I did not manage to see that. Mm, yeah. Amazing how it resonates. Well, and sometimes on this path to put all of this into actual practice and not forget about it again, we might just need a mentor or our personal cheerleader to guide us through the roadblocks. And this is why I would love to introduce the program that I have developed for those who have been stuck on the same scale for a while now, and feel it's time to move further. And this program exists because I walked all of this myself. I still do in many, many layers of depth. And I know what it is like to have gifts and be afraid to fully claim them. I know what it's like to be stuck in scarcity. I know what it's like to understand the energetics and still feel the freeze to go bigger, to have all the knowledge and still not know how to make it actually feel like you. And Into Purpose is a container that I've developed where we build all of that, your offer, your channel, your embodied presence in the world from the inside out. And this is not about the methods, this is about your essence. So, from your frequency, from your blueprint, from the exact life that only you have lived, and the exact gifts that you have alchemized from it. And I would love to take a few minutes to very quickly, shortly walk you through it before we are going into the healing. So, can you all see that? Amazing. All right. So, as I said, this program is called Into Purpose. This picture of me is to show you how relaxed and from a place of ease all of this can happen. I hope it lands. So this is about the energetics of coherence and abundance, and it really is a 6-week deep dive where we are going on a journey from week to week, from topic to topic. It's online, it's for healers, it's for therapists, space holders, conscious creators of any kind. And we are coming together in a really amazing, powerful group field where we are going through weekly lectures, through weekly healing sessions, which I'm doing, by the way, with Vortex Healing. And shout out to all the wizards here. Everyone knows how deep this method is that we are working with. And it's really amazing because we can go very precisely into the fears in your nervous system, in your limbic brain, in even more precise, the amygdala, as well as the energetic body. So we can very precisely clear things that are holding you back on a certain edge or wherever you are meant to go. So we are having weekly Q&A sessions that are really, really so rich and so abundant in what we can learn from each other, the topics that are resonating with each other. I can see like every topic, almost everyone in the group has the same. We're now at week 5 of the current container, and it's been such a powerful, amazing journey. We have a chat group, which at the moment is always on fire, and we have so much to share and so much joy and love that we are sharing in there. We are having this really strong group field from healers of all kinds of disciplines. You have to imagine we have energy workers, we have people who are working with the somatics, who are working with human design, with gene keys, with you name it, photography, very, very different kinds of approaches, and all come together in a group field together. And weekly, you will get different resources from me and practices to move you further along the way. So this is not some container where it's like, here you get everything and then you see what you do with it. No, I'm actually actively being there and making sure each and every one of you is walking the steps into your success story. So week 1, it's really about it's clarity and precision. It's about defining your essence to the T of what your purpose on this earth is by your personal blueprint. We're going to look into what's God's plan for you, understanding the depth of your gifts, crafting your precise mission blueprint, energy as the definition of your signal, and falling in love with success. We have a healing session that is about reclaiming self-love and acceptance. In week 2, we are bringing this essence that we have defined into a resonant offer. It goes very quick. And we are translating who you are into an offer that is coherent despite all the methods that you have practiced or learned. And we are defining that essence of your message. We are distilling your role. We are defining the transformation that you deliver for your clients. We are setting clean, energetic, and practical boundaries. And we are aligning the structure with your personal capacity. Different for everyone. I do not have a lot of capacity. I'm a projector, very different from a generator or whatever. We're going into self-worth and boundaries in this week. In week 3, we are looking at the art of allowance and or allowing and removing resistance to ease, to support, and to momentum from our own subconscious and energy field. So we are identifying those unconscious limits to success. We are recognizing and sealing energy leakages. We are resolving past life and ancestral imprints around this topic. We are distinguishing grounding action from avoidance or overgiving, releasing patterns that are delaying visibility or impact and momentum. And in the healing session, we are going into the fear of losing control because that's oftentimes what is blocking us from the absolute receiving, and the fear of being too powerful. Yes, that is a very real fear. In week 4, that is not true. This week is called visibility and radiance. It's not essence to offer. I'm sorry for that. And we're looking into visibility as capacity for attraction and for authenticity. So we are releasing the fear around being seen, understanding patterns of judgment, authentic expression versus performance, stopping the reflex of self-correction, holding impact and attention without contraction, and increasing our reach online if so wished for with AI bots. And the healing session is about the fear around being seen and judged. Very, very strong fear. In week 5, we're going into the topic of money. So abundance and receiving, energetics of money and receiving, and financial stability. So we are going to look at the energetics of money. We are going to release fears around receiving. We are going to look into shame and guilt that we are holding around this topic. What is aligned pricing that feels safe? What is holding value and income? And sustainable future plans and scaling. So, shame and guilt are at the core of this week's healing session. And then we are going into week 6. That is the last big shift to get you out there with this new version of yourself, which is living, sharing, and serving from a bulletproof field. So, we are stabilizing personal power as a new baseline, the continuous expansion of our energy field, impact, visibility, and responsibility from a newly established comfort zone, integrated authority across body, nervous system, and the field. And the healing session, the clearing, will be around anchoring in presence and inner power. And yes, if any of that interests you, you are so welcome to book into a free strategy call, even if it doesn't interest you. This is something that I've been offering for a while now, and I really love it. I really love to take healers into this place of, okay, where are you standing? Where would you like to be? What are all the doubts and all the mind chatter that is coming in? And what would be the next step to get you there? And how can I relieve all this kind of mental chatter from you a bit? And so I'm offering free strategy calls where I do this with people. And if for any reason you feel like, wow, actually, this offer is something that is really aligned with me right now and would really help me on my path, we are starting again in July 2026. And when you are booking in with me on this free strategy call, only today I offer it for the price of 1,333. This is like the whole 6 weeks. This is including all the clearings, all the healing sessions, everything that I've just shown you, instead of 1,888 as is the regular price. Yes. Thank you for sharing thank me for sharing. Thank you for listening to this little TED talk of mine. And I would really love for you to have a little experience also from one of the people in my group that is actually participating at the moment. And I would love for this to be Tim, if you would like to share a bit from your point of view. I will just add you here.
For sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hello, beautiful people.
Yeah, would you like to
Yeah,
share with us like how you
I
got
share.
the
Yeah.
program, where you've been before, where you are now, what you tried before, what created the shifts?
Yeah. Yeah, what should I say? This is the real shit. I give you a little bit of context on which place I came from and what I do. I'm in this process of self-discovery for several years now, and I faced serious mental health problems the last years with heavy anxiety, depression, burnout-like states for the past 5 years. And so I was forced to really go deep within. Yeah, there was no other option. I had to learn to face all the stuff that's coming up. And the deeper I got, the more I understood how my system is working. And over this understanding, I saw the same mechanics running in other people and get a very broad understanding of the underlying structure of, yeah, most of our human challenges. And yeah, for many years, I knew I wanted to work with people, but there was no chance yet to do so because of my mental health conditions. And so I was trying to fix myself all the time. I tried so many different healing modalities, concepts, but yeah, nothing brought this breakthrough I was looking for so badly, because I just wanted to get rid of this anxiety. Um, yeah, I thought I was not ready yet. I thought I had to heal my nervous system completely before I start to go out there and share my story and work with people. And I was so uncertain and frustrated because of this, because I knew exactly where my path is, but at the same time, it felt like life is holding me back and like, yeah, it's not possible. And this was really, really an uncomfortable state to be in, because it felt like this waiting place in between two different worlds, and I think a lot of you can relate to this state. Yeah, and then I came across Anna's program by coincidence. And yeah, I felt that immediate resonance, and I just knew I had to go in this direction. Even my whole system screamed, "Don't do that. I'm not ready yet. This is not safe." Um, yeah, but I followed my energy and I had absolutely no clue to what unbelievable transformation this will lead. I mean, I had no strategy, I had no clue how to put myself out there. I didn't even have a clue how to offer anything. And yeah, I was just afraid and absolutely overwhelmed. And yeah, the whole program coincidentally addressed exactly the main causes of what was holding me back. And yeah, every week's challenge was so far was so well placed and just the right amount bigger than I was at this exact moment, that it was very challenging, but at the same time very manageable and yeah, absolutely crazy transforming. And yeah, the big also one of the biggest parts was going through all of this stuff in this amazing with this amazing supportive and loving people in this group field. Really, this it doesn't feel like being in a group and like getting a teaching or something. This really feels like family. Um, yeah, and now after just 5 weeks, I have so much trust in my work. And in my process, I feel so much power and clarity. It's really, it's I can't even grasp it myself. Like I'm still integrating, integrating, and I overcame so many fears. Really, it's unbelievable. I'm just in action. I produce content and post every day. I feel comfortable with getting out there. I and reaching the people with what I do. And the most important thing, I feel so fucking ready. It's it's really the shift, guys. Really, this is the real work. And yeah, I'm very deep in the spiritual rabbit hole and I see so much ungrounded stuff. I see so much black magic out there and so much bypassing disguised as healing. And I'm not really easy amazed by anything, but yeah. Thank you, Anna, for your energy. Thank you for the work. Thank you, the members of the current group I see here. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so grateful to be where I am right now. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tim. I mean, it's a total it's more than a blessing. It's for me, it's like the ultimate fulfillment to have people like you to be working with, to have people like all the other beautiful ones that are here today. And yeah, thank you so much for this amazing sharing. And it's it's unbelievable. So Tim did not have like a kind of a practice before, but even people who have already been working with healing, who have already been in this field for a longer time, they are going through such deep shifts and deep processes so that their work just becomes deeper and more resonant and more powerful at the same time. And yeah, and shout out to you, Aries. I see you here. And yeah, and thank you so much for being with me and trusting me. And yeah, and thank you so much for this amazing little
Thank you guys
input
for
of
listening.
yours. Thank
Yeah, I
you,
love
love
it.
you.
I love it.
All right, I will remove the pin again now. And guys, you have actually made it all the way through to the part of where you are receiving a healing. Are you excited? Yeah, well, there's so many. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Duma, of you that are in my group. Hi, Susanna. I'm so blessed with all of you, really, really incredible. I can't even imagine. So I would love to offer you all a little bio break, as we call it in Vortex Healing. If you want to go for 2 minutes before we can get a little more comfortable and you can lay down. Who needs one? I'll just give you 2 minutes, okay? Maybe I'll have one myself. Yes, I'll see you in 2 minutes. All right. Tara, are you with us? Not now. So, everyone who has never received a vortex healing session, you have to do nothing, literally nothing. You can just lay down, you can relax, you can be in the most comfortable disposition that you wish for, and literally only just receive from that place. I do not need to see you, or we do not need to see you. This is the part where it gets really juicy. So I'll just be waiting for Tara as she will assist me. Here she is. Hi, beauty. And we will be going into, yeah, I would say it's just two things. We'll give it 20 minutes until half past the hour. And we will be working on whatever blocks you from stepping into your power for the first 10 minutes. And then we will be bringing in some frequencies and essences or whatever is helpful to help you step more into your power, to help you embody your divine power more. Does this sound good for everyone? Amazing. Yes, you're allowed to just receive and heal. All right. So, as I will be turning on my. Ah, yeah. And if you are a wizard too, then you are very, very welcome to open the healing grid with us. So we can just bring a little more power into this for everyone being here. I'll be playing some music. You will not hear me speak because I'll have nothing to say. We are just diving right into the channeling process. Everyone ready? Cool. Then let's dive in. Enjoy the journey. Right, giving you some structures for better integration. Thank you so much, Tara. Is there anything you would like to announce in here?
Well, I I could feel some grief that was blocking here a lot, and uh, yeah, it was so it came really close to the heart, and I don't know, was amazing to sit with you all in this amazing healing grid, and thank you, and it was my pleasure to do this together, and with every Vortex member who also has the tool of the healing grid, of course. Really helpful. Could really feel a big group field with a lot of emotions in there. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is there any link or any group to your weekly offers that you'd like to share?
It's from the POK community. It's a perfectly okay website, which is meant for people who are on the spiritual path of awakening. And I can share the link with you all in the chat.
Yes.
Um, I don't have it present, so I'm going to look it up. And if anybody else wants to share anything, then do so. But this is a community, and you can ask to sign up for that. And there are lots of meetings every week that people are organizing for people on the spiritual awakening path. And I am offering a free group healing of Vortex there weekly with a friend of mine, Oral. And yeah, if you sign up for the POK website, then you are all invited.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thanks so.
you're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, loves. Yeah, there were lots of tears. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you all so much. I would like to open the space now, remove my pin for anything that would like to be shared. Any questions that I hear? Some people have to go now. Thank you all so much for everyone who's been here. I hope you've gotten quite a bit of inspiration from this, and I'd be super happy to connect further. You all have my contact in one way or another, so you can just reach out directly, or what I will post in here now is the link to my one strategy calls, the free strategy calls. So you would be filling out a few questions so that I know further where you are standing in your path and where you would like to be. And then we can get on a call at any time. The name of the tune, it was just I can post it in here. Healing frequencies. Yeah. All right. How are you all doing? I will stop the recording now. Thank you so much.